Hey, alright, so I'm gonna try to make a video for the kind of RNG manipulation in Pokemon Colosseum. First off, we go into the GameCube menu, and you go here, just select January 1st, year 2000, and go to the 0 everything time, and then you wanna start the game 10 seconds after this, but you gotta be careful because when you start this, it doesn't always start at the start of the second, so the second always keeps going. So you have to time it correctly. That you kind of start it at the start of a second and not at the end of a second. It doesn't really have to be frame perfect or anything, but you just want to make sure that it's not that far off. Alright, so I have my Eon timer here with 10 seconds. Gonna time this correctly. So there you can see it took a while before the one popped up, and that's good. So when you do that, you start after 10 seconds, should be fine. I have to deal with the Hertz menu there, but I don't think it really affects anything. The NTSC version won't have that. And then just don't press anything in those screens, and then start mashing here. Okay, so now RNG is not gonna advance anymore. And what we're gonna do is try to figure out our seed. So what you do is you go into battle now, and then you select single battle ultimate, and now you need a program. I'll probably post a link somewhere, but it's called xdseed. It's made by the Japanese community. I think it's made for like just general RNG manipulation or whatever, but we're gonna use it for speedrunning hopefully. Sorry, this kind of ruins the screen. Just want everything up there. Alright, so let me reset this. So yeah, this part, oh, you can't see my mouse. Well, I'm clicking right now. This part is, this is where the names are, and the teams. So the first one is Wes, the second one is Seth, and the third one is Thomas. So we have Seth right now. So I'm going to click that, and then below that are the possible teams. There are 8 different teams, and if you don't know Japanese, I have a picture where every position is represented by the leading Pokemon. So Blaziken is top left, for example. I'm going to pick that, and then we're going to press B and do it again, and you do this 8 times until you can find your seed. So I'm just going to do it. Wes Raikou, Thomas Blaziken, Wes Blaziken, Beth Heracross, Thomas Blaziken, Thomas Meganium, and Beth. Okay, so now I've done it 8 times. It's good enough. Because what we did at the start, we've kind of already pinned our seed to some, like, a lot fewer possibilities, which means our range we can look for is a lot shorter. So what I look for is 1 E, 2, and then 5 zeros, and then on the other side is 1 E and then 6 nines. And then you're gonna press, just do this. You're gonna press the button under the percentage bar, you press the button under the name bar, it resets. So don't press that. Just press this button. You can see it blinking. And then you wait. Usually when I time it really good, like the start of the game, this will be really quick. If I time it well, it's usually within the first 20%. So let's see what we get. Well, didn't get it in the first 20%. Rip. There's always the possibility of you falling outside of the range you look for. And for me, it's usually that it's below than what I look for. Okay, there it is. So it was after like 30-something%. Which is kind of slow, but we can stop the search now. Because this is your seed. So what's highlighted right now is the initial seed, what the game started out with. And then this right here is the current seed, and this is what we're going to use. So this is what we're on right now. And I can copy that into RNG Reporter. So we're going to use RNG Reporter to look for Espeons. Right, so I look for a 40-frame window at starting frame 1960. This isn't consistent by any means, but this is what I usually get. Like, most of the time, it's within this frame. So then we post our seed here, and we hit generate with whatever requirements you want. I just have like, right now I have just 20 IV and higher, and then mild, modest, quiet rash, and you also want to select the male Espeon. So Espeon is 87.5% male. So select that, because you can't go for females. Females act weirdly, and with the RNG reporter you can't really go for them. Because how females work is that when you hit an Espeon that should be female, it for some reason picks the nature of the Espeon that's 2 frames later. So yeah, I have no way of checking for that, but we're just gonna hit generate. And right now we have 2 Espeons in this frame, or in this window, which is kind of bad. And what we can do now is do the battle mode method again to advance our RNG by this amount. And then the seed will change, and then you post that seed again in RNG Reporter, and then you keep doing that until you hit something good. So we're gonna do that right now, and how you can do that is you post your initial seed into the ranges here so that it only looks for that seed, and then you do the this again. So you just generate another team. Seth Swampert, and then you put it in, and I click the search button again. Now it should just find it instantly because it's only 1 seed. And then you have a new seed again. So now we have advanced the RNG. And then we're going to post that into RNG Reporter once again. This one has no Espeons at all, so no point in going for this one. So I'm just generating another team here. And then click it, generate, copy the seed. Like, as soon as you get used to it, it's quite easy to do here. And you just keep doing this until you see something you want to go for, which could take a while, but I guess for now we're just gonna go for this because I don't want to drag this on. And now comes the inconsistent method, because this is all very easy to do. Wait, what do I want on the screen now? Do this. Okay. So in the naming screen after creating a new character or, you know, starting a new game, there will be Pokeballs that are spawning, like icons of Pokeballs. And I think, like, I'm not, this is not science, but I think that they advance the RNG really, but like a lot. Like every Pokeball that spawns advances it by maybe 10 frames or something. I don't know. But it's definitely advancing there, and only there, and by a lot. Like in the main menu you can just hang out, doesn't matter. So what we're gonna try to do here is do the naming as fast as possible to deal with as little RNG advancement as possible. But that doesn't mean it makes it consistent. It just means that I hit the 40 frame window somewhat consistent. Now, I'm not going to say consistently, but you know, I usually hit it. So I have my Eon timer here for 1.7 seconds. And that's how long it takes for me to be able to do inputs. I'm just gonna play it here so I can expect it. When you start it, when you select yes here. So yeah, on the 4th tick, I can press down and then start spamming A. So as you could see, there were a lot of Pokeballs that spawned. That's good though. Like if you have very little Pokeballs, that means you're not gonna hit it. But if you have quite some, then you should get into the window. And so yeah, this is what we're gonna hit, or hopefully. And you can also check what you actually hit with this program, or well, it's the same program, but it's in another tab. This tab that I'm highlighting right now. It says like ID and then some Japanese. You can click that, and this is where you can check how much the RNG advanced with your trainer ID. And how you do that is you put your initial seed into this tab or box, and then you put this value, which is how much you've advanced the RNG with the battle mode. You put this value into this box, and then check that box and put your ID there. So maybe you actually hit something. No, we didn't hit it. So now we're gonna check. 38284. And yeah, it advanced by 1994, which is not in the 40 frame window, sadly. It's a tiny bit over, even though it should be in it. This is the RNG advancement until like where the trainer ID gets generated and where Umbreon gets generated, which means you have to add 13 to this value. So we overshot the window by 7 frames. which is sad. But it can happen, I guess. So yeah, this is basically it. Sadly, we didn't get into the window. But I hope this has helped, and I hope this will help speedrunning. If I run this game, I'm probably gonna do this because it's kind of fun to actually aim for something rather than just reset randomly. But maybe for now, we still have, or I still have, kind of a small sample size for how consistent this actually is. So it would be cool if everyone could try it out and see if it works and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching and good luck.